Moleni, Honorable Mabulala Masego, Honorable Senator and Chairperson of the Portfolio Committee of the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, Honorable Stuki Mota, Honorable Chairperson of the Portfolio Committee of the Ministry of Labour and Social Security from the House of Assembly. He should be joining us shortly this morning, Honorable Sfiso Makakula, Lupinza Belunga, the Parliament, Lasamhlume Ingundla, PSs who are here with us this morning. I recognize PS from the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, Babe Makosini Mdawe. I also recognize acting PS from the Ministry of Public Service, Babe Pungayo. I also want to recognize the Undersecretary from the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. I haven't seen which table he's sitting at, but I'm sure he's in the room. And other senior government officials who may be with us this morning. I also want to recognize the ILO technical specialist on health, HIV, and TB in the world of work for the East and Southern Africa, who is based in the ILO Pretoria office. That is Ndate Simpiwe Mabele. He's my brother, ladies and gentlemen. He's in the room from the ILO Pretoria office. Welcome, Babempele. The invited guest who is with us this morning, Dr. Jacob Miles. Good morning to you and welcome, Babe. Chairperson of the Occupational Safety and Health Committee, who is also the Chief Factories Inspector, Mage Pazi Zwane. She is the host of this event this morning. I also want to recognize this table right in front of me. I see the COO of Eswatini National Provident Fund, Magafuti Tembe. I see the CEO of Business Eswatini, Babe Inati Dlamini. I also see the President of the Trade Union Congress of Swaziland, Babe Pegi Mamba. I want to recognize as well, I want to believe in the room, we should be having other leaders from the other social partners. They have been invited from FESWATU as well as from First Speak and Buffet. Welcome to this event this morning. I do also want to recognize the media houses who are already here with us this morning and those who may be joining us shortly. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen and all of us, good morning. My name is Mtunzi Shabangu. I am the Commissioner of Labour in the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. I have been requested to direct the program for this short event, which seeks to launch the wellness workplace policy for the Kingdom of Eswatini this morning. But before I proceed, Honourable Minister, I have been instructed, especially by the leaders of the ministry, to request yourself, Honourable Minister, and the distinguished participants in this event to observe a moment of silence. Last week, the Minister of Labour and Social Security lost one of the senior managers who was the head of vocational training and rehabilitation services, Mage Bahlengile Mota. May we then observe a moment of silence, and I will request that we stand before we start our event and then observe the moment of silence. Thank you. may her soul rest in peace. Thank you. Thank you. Honorable Minister, it gives me pleasure indeed this morning to stand here and be part of this event wherein you will be launching the Eswatini National Workplace Policy, whose main purpose it is to provide a foundation for developing activities and modifying the work environment to support the health and well-being of employees and their families. I have recognized, PS, that this is the third policy to be launched by the Honorable Minister in a space of about a year. In fact, a year indeed. By May last year, was it the 2nd of May or thereabout, Honorable Minister, you were launching the Eswatini Occupational Safety and Health Policy. And then on the 6th of March this year, you were then launching the National Labor Migration Policy. And then today, the 28th of April, you are here to launch the National Workplace Wellness Policy. In my perception and view, Honorable Minister, this is laudable. Indeed, this is the last year of our program, the Eswatini National Decent Work Country Program, which was approved by government in 2022 to 2025. And within the last year, we are able to launch PS about 3 policies. And I've heard that there's another one, which is the National Human Resource Planning and Development Policy, which may be launched in the not so distant future from now. We are indeed lauding this, Honorable Minister, and are grateful for the spirit of Nkwe that is seen from you in terms of ensuring that these policies are being expedited and their development is finalized within the shortest possible time. I recognize and recall, Honourable Minister, that parallel to these policies, there is a number of other developments that are ongoing or policy reforms that are ongoing, PS. I recall that recently we have tabled the employment bill in Parliament, and the other legislative documents that are being developed, including a reform of the Industrial Relations Amendment Bill. I recall that there's some work ongoing from the OSH front, where they are also reforming the Occupational Safety and Health Act, and other developments that are ongoing indeed appears, which we take note of, Honourable Minister, which we are grateful indeed for that leadership. The duty that I have for me this morning, it is to coordinate the launch of this policy, and today it is also an OSH Day, Honourable Minister. A day where we celebrate and also commemorate the occupational safety and health at the workplace. So this event is combined with that particular event, the particular day, wherein we are to also observe the occupational safety and health day. The program is not meant to be a long one. The program is actually meant to last not more than 2 hours. And I will be hosting, as part of this commemoration, a number of speakers who will come up front and perform various performances, or rather execute various performances. I think What I may request with that is that perhaps we may want to stick to the timeline that has been allocated to each speaker who will be invited to come and perform a particular activity this morning. And then that will also lead us to the official launch, which will be done by the Honourable Minister at the end of the program. But before I say much, PS, and invite more guests, let me invite you to come and be the one who does the honors of officially welcoming the guests that are here to participate in this event this morning. Please encourage the PS as he comes up front. Thank you.
Siyabonga Program Director. Sibonga leli thuba losinikete lona namuhla. Ngokuthi sathi sivelana empopeni. Sitawufusela nalibandla lelikhulu kulomsebenzi wethu walamuhla. Esteemed members of the portfolio committees, kulomsebenzi wethu walamuhla. Honorable ministers, labakhona, particularly the Honorable Minister of Public Service, siyavusela babe. Sivusela Lomele, the Honorable Minister of Health. Sivusele Principal Secretary, labakhona kulomsebenzi wethu, labamele Principal Secretary as well. Our distinguished partners from the International Labour Organization and the World Health Organization who are here with us today. Representatives of our crucial employers and workers' federations, our insightful panelists, esteemed government officials, sifusela bo CEO labakhona, in particular CEO we ENPF, ENPF being parastatally Minister of Labour and Social Security. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm and heartfelt welcome to each and every one of you today. It's a distinct honor and a true privilege to host you all today for the official launch of the National Workplace Wellness Policy. We deeply appreciate your prioritizing this significant event within, of course, your demanding schedules. Your presence here underscores the importance we collectively place on the well-being of our nation's workforce. This landmark achievement signifies our resolute commitment to prioritizing health, safety, and the overall well-being of every worker in Eswatini. This policy is more than just a document. It is a foundation that will guide us in fostering healthier and a more productive workplace. Through this policy, we are confident that it will not only improve morale and reduce employee turnover within our organization, but also firmly position ourselves in the global labor space in line with international best practices. Honorable Minister, SPS, your role today is not to go into a lengthy speech, but to set the stage for the insightful and significant keynote address that you will be delivering today. Shortly, perhaps after all the speakers have delivered their Siyabonga ke honorable ministers to be here representing our minister who had wanted also to be here. The honorable minister will, I'm certain, elaborate further on the importance of the implications of this policy for our nation's workforce. Furthermore, and Vunayami, as alluded to by the product director, our gathering today holds a greater significance as we join the global community in celebrating the World Day for Safety and Health at Work. The Honorable Minister will undoubtedly touch upon the importance of this global event in his address. Our sincere thanks, Honorable Ministers, go to all those who tirelessly contributed to the formulation of this policy. We will forever remain grateful. Thank you once again for your presence here today. We anticipate a productive and an impactful event as we embark on this important journey towards a healthier and a safer working environment for all. Thank you. May God bless.
A big applause for the PS again, colleagues. He has set the tone, Honourable Minister, for the time that all those who are in the program should take. Indeed, less than the 5 minutes that was allocated to him to render his official remarks, welcoming remarks for this event. At this stage, Honourable Minister, please allow us to invite Magepazi Zwane. Magepazi Zwane, Honourable Minister, is the chairperson of the committee, the Occupational Safety and Health Committee, which is established in terms of the Occupational Safety and Health Act. She is also the Chief Factories Inspector. The Chief Factories Inspector is the portfolio head within the ministry responsible for issues of occupational safety and health. This portfolio, wellness, is a component of occupational safety and health at the workplace. She will just give us a brief highlight, Honourable Minister, of how the policy looks like and what is contained in this particular policy that you are here in Vunayami to launch. Zwane, please, you are welcome on stage. Please encourage her with a clap of hands as she comes to the podium.
Honorable Minister, please allow me to ride on the protocols that has been observed by the program director so that maybe I meet the time that is allocated with me. It is with great honor that I stand before you today as we launch the National Workplace Wellness Policy, which indeed is a testament of our collective commitment in ensuring the safeguarding of employee wellness. Those policy that we are about today, it just outlines the pillars that will guide us in creating that will guide us in creating a supportive and a thriving work environment. So please allow me just to highlight what forms the basis of this policy. Okay, I will just give a background of the development of this policy. Workplace wellness is of utmost importance as it is what promotes productivity in the workplace. we are quite aware that a healthy employees, they are productive, and they assist us in attaining economic growth. So one way of ensuring workplace wellness is to initiate health challenges within our workplaces that will not only focus on physical health, but will also attend to mental health. The situation that we have in the country is that almost 40% of our annual deaths, they are due to non-communicable diseases. And the predictions that we have is that this number is going to increase. Hence, the need to take positive action in order for us to be able to reduce these statistics. Now, wellness and health, they are the only issues that they are indisputably have effects on productivity. Hence, a government with the social partners saw it fit that we need to do something that will assist us in strengthening coordination and the management of us in addressing the impact of communicable and non-communicable diseases in the workplace, as this they have adverse effects for us in the workplace, because we are interested in productivity, we are interested in growing our economy at large. Hence, the purpose of this policy is simply to lay the foundation that we need in order to be able to develop activities and modify our work environment to support health and well-being of employees. And this policy just seeks to ensure that we enjoy optimal physical and mental health in our workplaces. The policy has got simply 4 objectives, which includes creating awareness and sensitization on wellness programs and also healthy lifestyles. And this policy guides us on how to establish wellness programs in the world of work. And also it is providing a framework for government and the social partners to be able to coordinate, monitor, and report on our wellness programs. This policy is laying down the minimum standards that we should meet when we establish our workplace wellness policies. And it is only placing the 8 wellness dimensions as the basic and minimum standard that we can have. And this includes physical wellness, environmental wellness, and emotional and financial, and also vocational wellness, to name a few. The policy has been developed in line with international instruments and standards and also best practice. So this policy is in line with the environmental social standard that is provided by the World Bank, number 2, which is aiming at ensuring that there is fair treatment and also safe and healthy working conditions, and that workers are protected. The workers' rights are protected in projects that are financed by the World Bank. The policy is also in line with SDGs, specifically SDG number 3, which speaks about a good health and a well-being. And this SDG, it seeks to reducing the effects that leads to mortality from non-communicable diseases, and also aims at reducing the number of deaths that are as a result of occupational exposure. So the policy is in line with this SDG 3, and is also in line with a SDG number 8, which speaks about decent work. The policy is also in line with what we call international labor standards. It is in line with Convention 155, which is speaking about occupational safety and health. It is in line with a Convention 187. It is in line with Convention 190, which speaks about violence and harassment in the workplace. So the policy is in line with international best practice and those standards that are there internationally. And just to briefly highlight the process of developing the policy was developed through the extensive consultation with the relevant stakeholders, which included workers, employers, and the different government departments and ministries, and also the NGOs and civil society. So this policy is as a result of all those key players. And in the wellness space, there were already entities that were leading the establishment of workplace wellness programs, both in the private sector and in the public sector. And these entities are Eswatini Business Health, formerly known as SWAPCHA, and also PISHAC, who is responsible for establishing wellness programs within the public sector. So consultations were made, and this is the result of such consultations. And we want to acknowledge that workplace wellness is indeed an approach that we should approach in order to enhance health and well-being. And we do this by having programs in the workplace, policies, and also adhering to practices that will support mental health and also emotional health. And we are doing this in order to be able to foster a positive work environment that will help us to reduce the effects of health-related costs, and will also help us to improve productivity, and at the end will also help us to improve employee engagement and satisfaction in the workplace. So hence, workplace wellness helps us to improve health behaviors. It also helps us to reduce stress, and thereby improving employee morale. And this is what this policy is briefly about. And I thank you for your attention.
Please also do clap again for the Chief. Honorable Minister, it does appear that indeed the policy that you are here to launch is an important policy. One would not have taken this serious, the whole subject of employee wellness, that it is indeed part of the decent work agenda, as informed by various instruments, as Pasi has alluded, including international labor standards, SDGs, and many more, as she has alluded indeed. Thank you very much, Tim, for coming up with this policy. At this stage, Honourable Minister, please allow us to take this conversation slightly further. It is related to the presentation that Mage Zwane has given us, giving us some highlights of what is contained in the policy. We have in our midst, Honourable Minister, a special guest, Dr. Jacob Miles, who is here with us in front of me here. He will, take us a little bit further on what is wellness, employee wellness. Some of the components I'm sure that he's going to cover are already covered in the policy itself. I was asking myself, to say maybe Doctor would want to tell us, is there a relationship between wellness, employee wellness, and productivity? But we have already heard from Mage Zwane that the policy is saying so. there is a relationship between employee wellness and productivity. I'm sure employers, when they ask themselves what is it for us in the policy, they will be looking for things like that. That if I take care of the wellness of my employees, is that going to contribute towards their productivity at the workplace? And indeed, it looks like indeed that will be the case. So he will be here, Honourable Minister, to take us briefly again on the subject of employee wellness and a little bit unpacking of what is contained in programs or activities that are related towards employee wellness. In the room, I saw Babe Mweli, who is the lead in issues of wellness in the public service. I don't know which table is he sitting in, but he's here in the room. I'm sure he will be taking pleasure, and he's taking pleasure, or again, indeed, Honourable Minister, in the launch of this particular policy. I must say, Honourable Minister, when we negotiated this policy, in particular when the TICOSH team was done and they were presenting it to the Labour Advisory Board, the conversation was as simple as ever. It is one document that was adopted without much of a struggle. I remember the employers were saying, it's government who is behind in terms of these things. Us in the private sector are far advanced in terms of employee wellness, Honourable Minister. So it's one document that was adopted without much of a struggle, Honourable Minister. And yet normally, when we negotiate any policy document within our sector, could it be a policy, could it be a legislation? Yeah, it's always a nightmare, Honourable Minister. You yield the mic to my president over there from Tukoswa. He takes a provision, section or so and so of the bill, and you listen to him and start running with the provision. And when you think it's going to end in Manzini, no, it doesn't end in Manzini. He keeps on running. And when you think it's going to end at Spofanin, no, it doesn't end at Spofanin. He keeps on running up to Lavomisa, Honourable Minister. And when you think you'll stop at Lavomisa, now he crosses the border to South Africa with the bill. And when you think you are done, Honourable Minister, you yield the mic to my employers. They take the mic. They bring the provision from where the president would have left it somewhere across the border, and then they run with it the opposite direction. And when we think they're going to stop at Ngwenya, no, they don't stop. They run all the way, Honourable Minister. And as chair, then you are there to try and, have the struggle of bringing these colleagues together now. The other one is far north, the other one is far south. You need to come and make a compromise so that you can come up with an agreed version at the end of the day. But this one, Honourable Minister, I really am comfortable that it wasn't as such, Ndunaya. Doctor, can we welcome you on stage to take us briefly on what is wellness? Thank you.
Honourable Minister, allow me to ride on the protocol observed already, for the sake of time. The harsh reality of disease and illness is that it doesn't care. If you're the manager, if you're a cobbler, if you're a supervisor, diabetes, heart disease does not care who you are. It will strike you either way. So when I heard that there is a launch for the national policy, I think I'm the most excited person in this room. I am so excited, and it being World Day for Safety and Health at Work, I was smiling all the way coming here. I was smiling so much that people thought something was wrong with me. I was on the plane smiling, and they gave me 2 sandwiches. They were scared that this guy might do something mad on this plane. Let's keep him with the food. I don't know if they give 2 sandwiches on Eswatini Air. I'm not sure. So this is a historical event. It's not a game. This is something that is very special and important. I wish all the countries would follow this. I'm told this is the first one. Please clap your hands. Please clap your hands. Now, a man in my position, it is difficult for me to talk to people who are seated all the time. I am a wellness guy. Everyone stand up, please. It is not in my nature to have people see you've been sitting for too long. It is not in my nature to have people seated. Everyone put your hands up, both hands up, please. Both of them up. Put them down. Sit down. Stand up. Put them up. Put them down. Sit down. Stand up. Put them up. Put them down. Well done. Today is, you won't even believe how excited I am. I saw people coming in here. Some of them are like, what's, this is a special thing that we're doing here. What are you saved for? Everyone find a partner. Stand up right now. Find a partner. Stand up and find a partner. Be careful who you choose. Find a partner and look at them. Stand looking at them. Right. Guys, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. I want you to genuinely, right now we have problems of mental well-being. People don't want to greet people. Managers, supervisors, I'm talking to you. When people come to work and they say, good morning, sir, you say, What is What is so difficult about us saying good morning? What's so special? It's 7 a.m., 8 a.m., people are coming here, they are said, for what? Let's not use permanent solutions for temporary problems. Mental well-being starts from you greeting, saying thank you, saying please. I want you to genuinely greet the person you're looking at. Greet them now. Greet them now. They must feel that you're worried about their well-being. Right, thank you. Sit down. Let's go to the next slide. Right, what's going on with the chicken here? Do we have another mic? Where are the mics? Do we have one mic in the building? Mlando, go get the mics, please. Don't just point there. What's happening with the chicken? Huh? It's crossing the road. Someone else, what's going on with the chicken here? Is it a chicken? What type of chicken is it? It's a rooster. Where is it going? Who has the mics? Find someone to tell me what the chicken... Go to the Honorable Minister. I want to know what the chicken is doing. Honorable, what's going on with the chicken?
It is crossing the road.
Right, it is crossing the road. Why? Can you please go to Mr. Mabele? I want to know why. Mike to Mr. Mabele, please. I want to know why is it crossing the road? What do you think is crossing the road for? This rooster in the middle of the highway like that.
Go to the other side.
Okay, well done, to get to the other side. But why does it want to get to the other side? Where is Nelly? Where is Nelly? Give Nelly. Why does it want to get to the other side? Why do you think it's looking for girlfriends?
To get some food.
To get some food?
Yeah.
Another person, what else? Why do you think it's going on the other side? This is a male chicken. This is a male chicken. Where is it going? To look for girls. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, all these people who are here, you are ready now, you are already wellness people, all of you. And our job, our duty is to take people to the other side. There is nothing that is as disturbing as people dying of what we can prevent. We die so much of what we eat. If I show you the statistics, you'll be shocked. And we are stubborn. We don't want to be told what to eat, how to exercise. Everyone stand up. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Stand up, please. Right, sit down. We don't want to be told what to eat, how to live our lives. We need to get people on the other side. If you're a wellness coordinator, wellness champion, wellness advocate, wellness specialist, HR, sheikh, she, whoever is responsible for wellness within your organization, your family, your community, get people to the other side. People cannot die of what we can prevent. Are you going to die from eating pumpkin leaves? Are you dying from exercising in the morning? Let's get people to the next slide. Mlando, I want you to be smart, please. Right. What is the first or second thing you say after getting into the taxi? The guys with the mic, where is Nompilu? I want you to be sharp. Just go on anywhere you want. This is a question. Let's go to the PS quickly. What is the first or second thing you say after getting into a taxi? The first one, PS.
You greet the driver.
Yes. Unjani, ola ola, whatever you say. And then what's the second thing?
Take me to my destination.
Exactly. Direction. This national workplace policy gives us what? Direction. I have never met a person in my whole life who sits in a taxi and tells the driver that just take me anywhere, I'll tell you later. I am yet to meet someone like that. So the policy gives us direction. Please do not take this lightly. This is a very special event on a national level. The policy gives us direction. Where are we going with our people? Next slide. Is it possible to be happy when you are ill? Can happiness improve your condition? Are you sure? Right now, DJ, are you ready? I don't want people to be sitting where they are. The moment I say change position, Mlando, come here. Come here, quickly here. My 20 minutes is right. Move. I want you to be sharp, my guy. Do one jumping jack. That's it. Go back there. That's a jumping jack. If I say change position and I say stop and you are still standing, you are going to do those jumping jacks. Change position. DJ. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Mr. Mamba. You are supposed to find it. Find somewhere to sit. Now you know. The second time you are still standing, you are jumping. Sit down. Right. You must be seated by the time I say stop. Not in the same seat that you were sitting. Right. So, employee wellness programs have different components. A lot of components. And they evolve over the year. Health and wellness is something that is ever changing. A banana that was okay in 2021 may not be okay in 2030. Some fatty foods that were recommended in 2019 may not be okay in 2050. So it's something that is forever changing. And when we make these employee wellness programs, for them to be highly effective, you also need to take account of what's really going on. Your programs should include everyone. Everyone. This is the biggest problem we have. You ask people, so what did you do wellness at your organization? They say, we did Zumba. What did you do? Oh, we heard someone come and talk about nutrition. You need to account for everyone within the organization. We have people who are over 50, people who are over 60, maybe. We have people who want to lose weight. We have people who are suffering from NCDs, high blood pressure, whatever it is that they are going through. We have people with mental health issues. So when you look at your workforce and the people, they make sure the program involves everyone. Most of you are doing one component or two or three. What do you think the other people will feel? The reason why I put this there is we have also improved our programs and we have concentrated a lot on work morale as well. Morale is important. We are going through a lot as a people. I told people in 2024 and now I say that we have not recovered from COVID. We are walking wounded. Some of us are dead. We just haven't been buried. I can see some of them here. So we need to make sure that we include every single one with the program. Even if it's one employee who is over 45, make sure there's a pre-retirement planning session for them. Make sure there's nutrition, diet, and weight management. Make sure there's health risk identification. So many things coming up, and continue to improve these programs to make sure you cater for everyone, not just one person. Most people will say, we did exercise. Exercise, okay, so can I have who? Nelly, come here. Mr. Mbuso, come here. Futi, come here. Who else do I know? Yes, come on stage quickly. Nompilo, come here. Someone else. Let me point some. Mr. Mamba, come here. I know you. Come here, please. Right, stand here facing me like you're about to do a Zumba session. Right, ma'am, come here, please. Come here. Right? Ma'am, please come here. You. Yeah, please come here quickly. Did I mention that you people are looking very smart today? Clap hands for yourselves, you bat. Right, so Mr. Mamba is the personal trainer or the fitness person. Don't stand like, come here and stand there. Like in a queue, like that, there, and then there's there, nearly at the back, right? So this nearly at the back, yeah, that's fine. So Mr. Mamba, I want you to move. You know what they do for wellness, whatever it is they do. I want you to just do one move. I want you to copy him. Just one dance move, do one move. Just move a step. Come. Just do it with me, right? Yeah. One leg here, one leg there, right? Let's do it together. 1, 2, 1. You guys join in. Nelly, I want you to do the opposite thing. The opposite. Do something else. Right, that's it. Stop. Now, these are employees. Mr. Mamba, the personal trainer, cannot stop the session because Nelly is doing the wrong thing. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? She might even get injured. You won't see her in those sessions again. Guys, thank you. Please sit down. So these are the advantages of group sessions or saying we just did this. Even if you have a group health talk, make sure you open up for one-on-one dialogue with the employees. We have a program that we call Nico 24 Online. Something I created from the Bible, Nicodemus who came by night. Right? So it's giving people the room to say, okay, fine, we spoke about something in a room like this. But you can still come back and ask. Some people are not confident to ask privately what's going on with them. Let me tell you something. The people that you see who stay in the offices, they tell you they have reports, they have this, they don't attend these programs. They are the ones who need help. Change position. DJ, change position. Change. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Right, let's go. We don't have time. Now, the cancer at the heart of workplace wellness, well-being washing. Guys, please sit down. If you don't sit on the floor. You are late. Right, the cancer at the heart of workplace well-being is well-being washing. Well-being washing is evident mostly in the public sector. And let me tell you something, I'm a very honest person and I don't care, I'll say it the way it is. Well-being washing is when we are doing a program for the sake of just doing it. Tick the box. I've worked with many public sectors from many different countries. We did wellness, tick. In other countries, you even get a bonus as a director or PS or whoever you are if your ministry has done workplace wellness. Doesn't matter what you did. This needs to stop. Be genuinely in love with the fellow human being and you want to see change, transformation, happiness in that person. That's why I say in workplace well-being and the coordinators, it's not a career, it's a calling, it's a purpose. It has to be people who are genuinely wanting to see change in the fellow human being. And it should be a win-win for the employer and the employee. The employer gets productivity, the employee gets to live longer and feel wanted in the workplace. So make sure when you embark on this journey, this is a lifestyle. When you embark on this journey, do not just tick the box to say, what did we do wellness, Miss Paz? We invited Miles, he came and spoke about HIV. We did it this year, we are done for the quarter. Wrong. This has to stop. Do not do things just for the sake of doing. These people spend most of their lives at work. They have no time to go and look for this information. They have no time to even go to the hospital to go and get checked their blood pressure because they are working for you. So we can only repay them. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Stop this well-being washing. I'm telling you, I am... Okay. Change position. Let's go, DJ. 5, 4, 3, 2, stop. Right, what is the point? Right, this is exciting because I can see people smiling. Why do people see food? I can see people smiling, they've seen food. A delicious meal that no one eats. What is the point? I have seen some of the most amazing workplace wellness programs on paper. And I'm like, wow, you did all this? Yeah, Miles, we did. This is what we're doing here. Show me the register. One person, two people. Organization is one. Engagement is key. You can have the most highly effective program on paper. People need to participate. And I'm calling on you leaders who are here today. You are the first ones in the door. Please, through the door. People have this thing like, I have a gym at my house I can afford. Because you are leaders, you have money, I know. You have allowances for the gym. What about the guys at the bottom? Let me tell you one thing. Whatever you do, if you didn't know today, you are a role model. There is someone who is looking at you and trying to imitate the way that you live. If you are living unhealthy, everyone stand up. I want you to take time. Concentrate. Don't look at the other person. Close your eyes. I can still see someone looking at me. Close your eyes. If you keep doing what you're doing right now, if you keep living the way you live right now, eating the way you eat, drinking the way you drink, smoking the way you smoke, treating people the way you treat people, where are you going to be in the next 5 years? If you keep doing exactly what you're doing right now, if God just does fast forward to 10 years, who are you going to be? You're going to arrive to two things: a desirable destination or an undesirable destination. Number one, you are married to the person you don't even love. You are living in a house you don't even like. You are in a neighborhood that you complain about every day. You are driving a car you don't even like. Where are you going to be? If we fast forward right now, in the next 5 years, where will you be? Sit down. I don't even want the answer. You already know. So engagement is the most important thing. Make sure people participate. Knock on their doors. When you call a service provider, I know service providers will come and just stand and wait in the room. There was no one here. Please pay me. They go. When you find them, pray for those people. Engagement. Everyone. Leaders start. People are looking at, if the minister is doing this, I have to do it. Because you lead by example. Next slide. Right, creating and cultivating a culture of wellness. Design, develop, implement, monitor, and evaluate. Workplace wellness is not a one-size-fits-all. It's customized to the organization, customized to the community, customized to the certain group that you're dealing with. And the people who are responsible for wellness must be able to design, develop, implement, monitor, and the most important thing, evaluate. The reason why your programs don't get funding is there is nothing to show for it. What did you do, Miles? We did workplace wellness, HR or finance. We want to do something here next week or next quarter. For what? Show me what improved that you did last week, last year. Show me that there's an improvement in absenteeism. Show me that there's an increase in morale. Show me that people are healthier than they were before, and I'll give you the money for it. Employee wellness is detail. If you have 2 kids who want to go on a school trip, one kid says, Daddy, they said at school that there's a trip to Victoria Falls. I need you to pay for me. Then they sit down. The other one says, Daddy, there's a trip on the 20th to Vic Falls. They need 150 pounds or $150 or 150 rands. I also need to take some snacks. We'll be going there for 2 days. I'll be back on the 26th. Can you please kindly pay for me? Who are you going to pay for? The second one first. So employee wellness is detail. Every little detail. When you're analyzing the data, whatever you're doing, please do not say because most people don't want it. Don't use the majority to say, we'll do this because most people, they say they want Zumba, so we just do Zumba this quarter. No. Make sure you have models that you have implemented to evaluate. So when you take this, you say, listen, 2010, we were here when we started this wellness initiative. Our people are now here. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Don't just touch them and leave them. Change position. DJ. 5, 4, 3, 2, stop. There are people who are still standing. The harvest is plentiful, but the workplace is few. Health education is important, especially in places. When we talk of health education, we need more people. We need more wellness champions, wellness advocates. We are not enough. So we need to make sure that we reach as many people with this education. Education is very important. Some of the information that you hear is shocking. I'm not only talking about the rural areas or less privileged places, even in the city. I was sitting in the barber shop the other day and I heard someone saying, you know what, you should make sure that you eat a lot of fat because the fat will make you slim. And the guy was telling the whole barber shop. And they believed him. And I just said, where do I start now? So make sure people are equipped to go any place. Knowledge is power. Knowledge, some people say, no, I'm African, so if I exercise, this thing here will be gone. This thing here. Diabetes doesn't care about this thing. Maybe at church, I had another lady tell me, I want to do this, but at my church, they'll start thinking that I'm single, I'm a small person, if I lose weight. Are you serious? If I call God right now, is he going to tell me that you don't accept people because they are slim in heaven? So make sure education goes, please, let's equip people, let's train more wellness coordinators, let's train more wellness champions to make sure that we can cover the ground, yeah? Next one, should be finished now. Right, mental well-being and the future of workplace wellness, right? Human beings were not created in one vacuum, like to live in a vacuum. We were created as a community like this. Just when we think that we now have technology, and technology has been wonderful. In my organization, we do things that we used to do in 10 days, we do it in 1 hour. Analyzing of health data, all those things, and doing work programs, wellness programs, checking on clients, checking on employees. It's so easy now. But technology does not replace human beings. It's for our advantage. And I don't know, this skin, we have a way of over-exaggerating things. I have a lady telling me just this morning that, hey, Miles, I'm going to retire from the board. She's a board member in about 5 very high prominent. She said, I'm going to retire because my boss is pestering me on emails and 90 emails. She was showing me the emails, one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. That is mental abuse. On the phone, 6 hours, they are calling. What? I'm telling you right now, right, that's my 20 minutes. I'm telling you right now that if I tell anyone here to come and tell me what they want to tell me, come and tell me, Miles, I'm going to fight you right now, face to face. And I challenge you to text me and you text me, Miles, I'm going to kill you. It's easier. Or to send an email, Miles, it will be easier. I'm going to kill you. You watch. But face to face, here, come and tell me. Let's not abuse AI. Let's not abuse technology by pestering people on WhatsApp, pestering people on emails. They have lives to live. There is work-life balance. They have their lives to live. There is their life and work to live. Are we understanding each other? The bosses who are here, I can see you. 2 a.m. What are you saying? What is it? And someone is driving a nice dream. What is it? Back to basics. Sometimes we over-exaggerate mental well-being. Simple things. Do you know that there's a person who has been married for 25 years and the husband has never said thank you after eating? The wife cooks every day. Just stands up. Gone. Do you know that there's someone who is doing, all these women, they're doing this hair for you? Never says, you're looking very, very beautiful today. No, nothing. Someone has never had thank you. Please, excuse me. When you sit on the combi and just say, hey, Babi, how are things? You can change someone's life by greeting them. Everything's going to be okay. Don't worry. I remember I was in Rwanda and someone just came in the lift and said, you don't have to win all. He was talking to himself. He said, you don't have to win all the time. Sometimes you lose. It's okay. And he walked out of the lift. Gone. And I said to myself, this is true, yes? I don't have to win all the time. The last thing I want to talk about is employee wellness is not all about money. Stop lying to people. Wellness coordinators, Sheikh, HR, you can implement wellness with 0 cents. Don't just go, we need money for wellness. We need money for, no, you're lying. If I was in the chamber doing number 2 and you put a signpost there that says everything is going to be okay, don't worry. Is that not employee wellness? If I see it every day, I would stop having number 2 at my house. I'll come to work to do it because I know I'll see a sign that says everything is going to be okay. Right, we are done now. We are going to on to the next session. But what I want to do is, there are papers in front of you. So we're going to do this for just 2 minutes, then we are going to go into our panel discussion. Now, there is papers in front of you and pens. I want every single person to write what they are grateful for. 2 things they are grateful for today. Once you finish writing that, I want you to stand up and find somewhere to put that piece of paper on your body. Whether you put it at the upper half or the lower half, it will tell me what kind of person you are. Hurry up, we have 2 minutes, then we go into our panel discussion. What are you grateful for? Don't overthink, don't copy. 2 things. When you finish, you stand up and find a way to put it on your body so I can see it. Hurry up, DJ. Two things. As soon as you're done, you stand up. What are you grateful for? It must be somewhere where I can see it. Interesting. When you're done, stand up. I want to see it. You must not hold it in your hands. Find a way to put it on your body without holding it. Find a way. Say you can't hold it with your hands. Thank you. Find a way. I'm grateful for chicken. Hey, this is a very special one. Say, I'm grateful for my wife. Clap hands for him. My wife. He is confident enough to mention it here. Clap hands for him. Hello, say, how are you? The blessing for God, yeah? And the love from my family. Well done. Clap hands for him. Hey. You love your job. Okay. That's a good thing. The gift of life. Life is very important. My dog. You? Oh, my kids. Okay, thank you. So you must not be holding it. You must not be holding it in your hands. I'm grateful for being alive today. And grateful for being able to put food on my table. Ma'am, it should not be in your hands. How will you say? My health and my family. Well done. Your health comes first. It should not be in your hands. What do we have here? Ma'am, this is very nice. This is very. I'm grateful for this breakfast meeting. Wow. What's your name, ma'am? Not Nomtebo. No Zipo. Please find me after. I need to find something. That's very good. Grateful for what's happening right now. This breakfast meeting. Right, everyone sit down, please. Thank you. Clap your hands. Right, we're going into the core of the business now. Right, good morning once again, distinguished guests, esteemed panelists, and valued stakeholders. Today marks a transformative moment for the Kingdom of Eswatini as we officially launch the National Workplace Wellness Policy. This visionary framework places employee well-being at the core of our national development. Guided by the theme, Tech Meets Humanity, the new balance for workplace wellness being, we are reminded that technology must enhance, not replace the human experience. True wellness is rooted in the dignity, inclusion, innovation, and care. This policy is more than words, it is a call to action. It addresses real issues to our workplaces: mental health, HIV and AIDS, gender-based violence, occupational safety, rural and informal sector challenges, and the needs for small to medium organizations. It aligns with international labor standards C155, C187, importantly acknowledges the growing relevance of C190 to ensure safe, respect work environments for all. Today, I encourage each of us to engage practically, critically, and with a solution-focused mind. Our discussions must move beyond theory. They must ignite action and tangible improvements in people's lives. Let us leave this gathering, this breakfast meeting, committed to building healthier, safer, and more humane workplaces across our nation. Together we can and we will make a difference. Right, I'm going to introduce the panel that we have today, the panelists that we have today. I'm going to start with Mrs. Pazizwane. We've all heard who she is. Please come forward, please. Please clap hands for her. I met Mrs. Pazizwane at the Health and Safety at Work conference, and she was with Zweli. The other guy, I'm not sure his name, I can't. Who? Seskona. The three of them, they were those who came from Eswatini. And she said to me, Miles, you have to come to Eswatini so we do exciting things. This was October last year. I called her in December. She said, it's not exciting yet. I called Zweli in January. What can we do wellness-wise? They say, I think they were texting each other, respond the same way. They said, it's not exciting yet, Miles. So when she called me, I said, is it exciting? Truly, it is now exciting. I'm very happy to be here. And also on the day for World Health and Safety at Work. Allow me to call my next panelist, Mr. Mbuso. Please come forward. Mr. Mbuso is a shining star, and I repeat, a shining star for private sector health and wellness programs in the country. Clap hands for him. Next, I'm going to call on, who's next? Mr. Mabele. Our health and wellness specialist. I think he has also been introduced from the International Labour Organization. Please put your hands together for Mr. Mabele. I'm going to call on Mr. Stole as well. Mr. Stole got me excited. He's a senior lecturer. He's representing Ministry of ICT. And he champions the, the transformative power of artificial intelligence. He's going to be very useful today. Please, wait. Witchcraft comes from people who can't be happy for the next person. I'm saying clap your hands, someone is saying. That is witchcraft. I want to hear this roof coming off. Clap hands for them. Right, I'm going to call on Mr. Mamba. He's the president for Tukoswa, yeah? Yeah. Right, so I'm going to start with those guys. We are going to have time for Q&A, for questions. When we get to the time for questions, there are rules. Write your questions down, write who you are representing, and who you are directing the questions to. I'm sure we have guys who are joining us online as well. Welcome. That is the protocol. Whoever is communicating to them, please make sure with your questions, who are you representing, who are you, and the question is directed to who. I'll start with Mrs. Pazzi. Are you ready? Shall we go? Yeah, the mic's up here. Can we have the microphones up here, please? Right, Ma'am Pazzi. How does Eswatini's new policy align with international occupational and safety instruments like ILO Convention 155 and Convention 187? How does Eswatini's new policy align with international OSH instruments like ILO C155 and C187? Where's the mic? Okay.
Greetings, Honorable Minister, and everyone once more. The aim or the purpose of the policy that we are all about today, it is simply to promote the culture of prevention and improve our workplace wellness. This is in line with a Convention 155 and 187, which simply requires that we put in place prevention measures against any risks to our safety and health. And those policy, it promotes employee participation. It is in line with the requirements of the conventions that promotes participation and dialoguing amongst the social partners. And the policy also promotes a psychosocial risk management. Risk management of whatever hazards and risks that we might face in the workplace is also a requirement of the conventions. And the policy also promotes health promotion and disease prevention, which is also in line with the conventions that we have already mentioned. And the policy also, as per the requirements of Convention 187, it speaks to planning and evaluation of our efforts. And the policy is data-driven for health improvement. So the policy is indeed in line with the international instruments and standards, specifically these conventions that have been mentioned. Thank you.
Thank you. Stay with the mic. I'm going to ask you again. What concrete steps will the government take to support employers and workers during the rollout of this policy? What concrete steps will the government take to support employers and workers during the rollout of this policy?
Okay, the government of Eswatini being committed to employee and workplace safety and health will indeed support local services that will include issues of counseling and employee assistance programs in the workplace. And also we will partner with our local health providers. We do have health providers in the country. So we can also support mobile health clinics for employees, and also development of guidelines that would be sector specific, as we acknowledge that our needs as far as wellness is concerned, it differs depending on our workplace settings. And also the government will make sure that there is capacity building for the different, for employers and workers through our training sessions, awareness raising campaigns, and also workplace workshops on wellness practices. And we will also promote the establishment of wellness spaces that would promote exercise. As a country, we do have a program from the Ministry of Sports and Youth that is called Shuguma Swaziland, or Shuguma Eswatini. And also we will go on to promote nutrition and medical checkups that will ensure that we provide access to healthy food options, and we keep regular health screening. So those are some of the concrete steps,
that
to
you
name a
take.
few, that we will provide just to ensure the rollout of this policy that we are launching today.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Please clap hands for it. Thank you. Very insightful. I'm going to move on to Mr. Helath. We are under the segment of employers and innovation. Mr. Helath is representing the employers. So I'm going to, are you ready, sir? Okay. How can employers use technology to promote workplace wellness without compromising humanity? How can employers use technology to promote workplace wellness without compromising the employers, the employees?
Thank you very much, Miles.
Yes.
I've been introduced. Yes, indeed, tech meets humanity. You can see I'm the only person without any paper. It's just the technology only. So, as a country, for the private sector, especially wellness programs, we are a society or a community that has accepted the tech part of things. And there's a lot that goes through into technology in our day-to-day work. And I'm happy because employers are very happy to use the tool that we call wellness programs, especially when it comes to performance management. We also use wellness for that at a certain point. So continuing to that, I would say technology actually humanizes a wellness program because it shifts it from the paper and puts it in our day-to-day lives, in our phones, our laptops, or whatever gadgets that surround us. Taking out the Facebook that we scroll on every day, but putting in a wellness app into your phone is the best thing to do, so that you don't have to go to a certain paper, you just have it on your phone. And also continuing from that, we can do very well if we have the integration of wellness into technology advancements. For example, it would be easy for us to customize a program if we can use technology to collect data for the wellness program, use that data to create a wellness program. It also helps us to extend the hours of access of the wellness program. I like the NICO part that you explained. Because of technology, we are now able to say we don't close shop at 4:30 or 5. Wellness is available even beyond working hours or even before working hours. So I'd say the best way to promote technology without compromising the human effect in the workplace is that we need to shift it from just being a program that is sitting on the table, but to our day-to-day life. And also
Sorry, Mr. Mbuso. Please repeat that again. Please, that's a very important point. We need to what? Shift.
We need to shift the wellness program from a shelf into our day-to-day work. We can do that easily by bringing it to our phones. Those are the gadgets that are always with
No, but
us.
sorry, sir, please repeat. We need to shift what? I want them to hear it. We need to shift. Yes.
Wellness programs from the shelf to our day-to-day life. Continuing from that, you know, we get points for shopping health. Why are we not getting points for reading a wellness article? Especially reading it on your phone. Tech meets humanity as we continue. Yes, it is very difficult to say you will not or you will ignore the effect that it has on human beings. We are all on our phones generally. But then I'm certain that if we can put wellness here, we can be on our phones for the good reasons. Thanks.
Okay, clap hands, clap hands, clap hands. I'm still with you. I know you might have touched a bit of the question I'm asking you now, but what lessons have emerged from current wellness programs you have seen?
Yeah, wonderful question. I know some of my wellness members are here. I won't mention their names, but I know that they're doing well. We've learned a lot from abroad. We've learned a lot from neighboring companies and also with the companies that we work with in Eswatini. We have companies that have what we call tech timers and tech counters. All of those things, they help to count how many hours did you spend on the phone, how many hours did you spend on the laptop, how many hours did you spend sitting down, how many steps did you take? Did you take the lift or did you take the steps today? So all of those things, they give you basic data to sort of really put yourself in line on what is happening in your life in terms of health and wellness. So there are companies that have those. At EBH, we also have one of the strongest mental health programs for the private sector. And it is where we've used technology. You can set yourself up an appointment using WhatsApp prompts. You can call the 24/7 call line that is available anytime. You can call even when you feel happy, not only if you feel so excited. Even if you feel happy or excited and say, you know, I'm feeling happy. We are available to listen to you. All of those is the use of technology. And I will also continue to say, companies are losing out. If you are not riding on the technology wave in terms of wellness, you are losing out. We already have the data that is out there. So data that speaks to leave days, how many days have you taken off sick, how many times have you came to work not feeling well. We have that data available in our HR offices. So technology says, let's bring it to a cross tab and see if we can find a trend. Is that person suffering from mental health not the same person that has used all their sick leave days and they need an extension? Is that not the same person that is struggling to pay up their advance at work? Is that not the same person that is in a loan? And is that not the same person that has high blood pressure and high diabetes? So let's use the data to cross tab so that we can get answers and move to programs that are evidence-based.
Yes, thank you. Clap hands for him. It's no longer an issue of is technology here, yet is technology coming or is technology is already here. It's here already. I asked one of my church members to go on AI or chat GPT and use the voice note and speaking tongues. And the AI said, please contact God for this one. Right. I'm going to move on to Mr. Mamba. Who is representing workers' rights and digital inclusion. Right, my question say, are you ready? Do you have the mic? Yeah, is it working? Is it? Try the other one. Okay, right. So my question is, what protections do workers need as technology enters wellness spaces? What protection do employees need as technology enters the workplace?
Thank you very much, Chair. Thank you, Honorable Minister, and all protocol observed. Greetings to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues. Chair, thank you very much. We, as workers, we want to believe that we are human first. And as human, we've got values, we've got our own cultures. And in that respect, when we mainstream technology, we want to understand as workers that it must talk to that aspect. It must respect that as workers we have got rights, and those rights must be respected for workers as they contribute to the mainstream or driving our economy. And technology must have, in our view, a human face. It must not substitute who we are. And it must assist us in driving our economy. We need to appreciate and understand that indeed we cannot drive away from technology. We do need technology to be part of us as we develop, because there are instances where we really need technology to fast track our work and be able to deliver more productively and be efficient. But at the same time, we are saying that must respect that as workers we have got rights, as workers we have got our own culture and system that must be respected and maintained. So that is our view as the workers' movement in the workplace. So we want to believe that we will partner with employers in driving an environment that respect productivity and that respect the rights of workers as we introduce and mainstream technology in our space of work. Thank you very much.
Okay. I was going to ask you another question by saying how can technology create a balance between tech and well-being, but I think you did touch a bit of that, but I'm still going to just in 1 minute, how can technology create a balance? How can, where is my question here? How can trade unions help balance tech and well-being? Just briefly.
Well, as trade unions, we are a community that is organized. Now, when I say a community that's organized, is that what I mean is that we are a grouping of workers that talks to each other, that engage on different ideas, creating ideas and discussions. And therefore, it's easy for us to bring a balance between technology and the way we as workers do things, because we are able to meet, discuss, engage, train each other, develop programs that will build capacity amongst workers to appreciate and understand the role of technology and the importance of technology as we are driving our community and our society. Because workers, the importance of workers is that they live in the society, and therefore they are part of the ideas of society and understand where society wants to go. And therefore there are one sector that can best mainstream technology and at the same time appreciate the values and cultures of society. Yes, thank you very much.
Please clap and swim. Please, very, very insightful. I'll move to Mr. Mabela, who is our health and wellness expert from the International Labour Organization. Mr. Mabele, are you ready? Okay, right. My question is, what does the International Labour Organization see as pillars for modern workplace wellness culture? What does the ILO see as pillars for modern workplace wellness culture?
Thank you, moderator. Please allow me to greet the Honorable Minister, the members of Parliament, government, senior government officials that are here and other officials, business leaders, worker leaders that are here, and ladies and gentlemen. Perhaps, Miles, I have to start by quickly, just in one line, defining who the ILO is. Yes. Because when I landed yesterday, somebody came to me and wangibuza minister uthi ILO's vakashele ngani Kangwane, and I had to indicate that Kangwane is part of the ILO. So the International Labour Organization is an international labor standard setting organization. And currently, the ILO has developed 405 instruments. And some of those have been adopted by Kingdom of Eswatini. We are part of the United Nations, but we are a unique agency of the United Nations in the sense that we bring governments together, we bring employers, and we bring workers. So that's a very unique arrangement. So when you ask me a question of this nature, I am bound to respond from a normative point of view. I cannot just list pillars. The WHO speaks of dimensions of wellness. And sometimes the others would say there's 8, there's 9. But the ILO, and I'll summarize maybe into 4 pillars. The very first pillar relates to the physical environment. And when I say physical working environment, I'm talking about the world of work, because the world of work is a very complex environment in the sense that it is characterized by people who are working for themselves. There are people who are formally employed. There are people who actually are part of the informal economy. So that physical working environment must ensure that all the people in that environment, they are safe and they remain healthy. So that's one pillar that is important with the ILO. The second one will be psychosocial support. We are finding ourselves now having to work anywhere we go. Just like you are a mobile worker, you are working right now. It's no more a scenario where you are sitting in a swinging chair and a table, but the working environment now, it could be my house. Therefore, there has to be support that provides richness and ensure that mentally we are okay as well. The third pillar, Miles, would be personal resources, personal health resources, where we make sure that we invest in ensuring that people are well and they take responsibility for being well. Because yes, it's one thing to have a wellness policy, but we must make sure that people take responsibility in terms of being safe, in terms of being healthy. I want to make one example. Last week I was invited in Botswana and I'm walking and I see a welder welding without goggles. And I asked this person, but where are the goggles? And they say, because my initial reaction, which sometimes happens, was maybe the employer did not provide. Not in this case. This person said, no, they are uncomfortable. So that is a big issue. And I am raising this because we have to invest in this. And when the goggles are uncomfortable, it means the worker is also not prioritizing their safety. The last one would be community involvement. And I'm glad, Mr. Mamba, you mentioned that as workers, you are an organized community. And in this case, I'm not talking of community in terms of where we live, where we have our families, but the workplace itself is a community. Therefore, there has to be a link between the workplace as a community and the community where we live, because wellness will only be achieved if there's a connection between the workplace as a community and the workplace where we live.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm learning. Very insightful. I'm still with you. Where are we? Where are we? Right. How do international standards help countries balance technology and humanity? How do international standards help countries balance technology and humanity?
So once again, maybe 4 quick points here. I think the first one is to promote decent work. And if you ask me without using an academic type of a definition of decent work has 4 pillars. The very first pillar of decent work is rights at work. So we need to make sure, whilst we are advancing in terms of artificial intelligence, digitalization, this does not affect workers' rights. We remain promoting decent work. The other pillar of decent work is social dialogue, where we ensure that there is involvement of workers themselves or workers' representatives. Business is also an organized community. Businesses and companies are represented. Business Eswatini, for an example, which is the voice of business. That is where we should make sure that they would convene from time to time business as stakeholders. And the other pillar of decent work is social protection, where we need to ensure that these rights are not violated. And finally, the decent work is also characterized by employment promotion. The other point, Miles, here is use of ethical technology, or rather use technology ethically. Because we now know that technology itself can be used to harm other people. We know that there are people who would manipulate technology and harm others as well. So we just have to make sure that as we introduce and apply technology, we ensure that there's ethical use, there is guidance, there are policies that are there as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Stoll, I am on to you. You are a Manchester United fan, yeah?
Definitely.
These are hard times. Right, my question to you is, what local innovations, I don't know if you are familiar with these, such as Silulu Digital Solutions and the Luke Commission's digital transformation, can be leveraged to integrate technology into workplace wellness across both urban and rural settings? And then a follow-up question will be, are there scalable ICT tools that address access, cost, and continuity of care? So you can just answer what yeah.
A very good morning. Special greetings to the Honorable Minister and all protocols observed. Thank you so much, moderator. It's quite an honor to be here and to participate on such a very beautiful launch. It's a very great milestone for the country at large. So my name is Lucky Stoll, as you have said, and I do represent the Ministry of ICT. Based on work, I work for RSTP. So as you have probably asked a question on some of the technological advancement in the country relating to probably the well-being of the workplace. Maybe I would start maybe to highlight a few things from my own experience to say most of the challenges that we are now facing are more than just the physical environment, but they are emanating from the digital ecosystem. So like probably Mr. Mabena has said that we are dealing with a lot of digital crimes. Cyberbullying is one of the key areas that has not properly been addressed, but it's really affecting the overall performance of an employee in the workplace. So some of the tools that have been introduced in the country, as you have rightfully mentioned, the one from Luke Commission, there are so many initiatives that the Ministry of ICT, using the different parastatals under it, your telecoms, your regulators. There are different pillars that supports the Ministry of ICT. Recently, there has been launch programs, strategic partnership with global partners such as Google that would assist us to speed or expedite the process of digitalizing most of our public services. There isn't something so frustrating than as a Swazi to access certain public services in a very, very hard way. For example, you are an employee, you want to renew your car license. Each and every year you have to renew. Then there is work that you must do, but there is also the queue that you must sort of like line up to in order to renew your license. So what we have as the Ministry of ICT is to digitalize all the public service systems that we have in the country. So by using technology is that we can now get access to renew your licenses just at your office or at your workplace. So you don't need to lose your concentration in terms of doing your work on a day-to-day basis because you are worried about your license renewal. There are so many things that the public service offers to us, and if we depend on physical access only, that will mean our well-being is compromised. So I think we have about 84 plus systems that we are digitalizing already. I think probably from here, the ministers, they will know even much better. And one of the key areas that you highlighted is in terms of access. Currently, there has been a rollout of fiber optics all around the country that ensures access to internet connectivity. And I think one of the things that frustrates us at our workplaces is poor access connectivity or internet connectivity or no connection at all. Yet you find that the systems that you must access requires internet. So by so doing, or by so allowing the fiber optic network rollout to be possible, it will ensure that we reduce the stress of poor connectivity. And lastly, we have heard that the ministry as well, in partnership with Mbabane municipality, they will be rolling out the 5G network as well as the smart city. I think as a country we are learning and we are taking things very serious when it comes to digitalization. So what it means to have a smart city and this fast connectivity, it means even the systems that we'll be using, we hope they will be smart enough to help. For example, diagnostics. When we talk about health, you don't want to spend time maybe doing checkups, but we just want a faster way of automating that. So we hope as we migrate to smart cities, we would have also smart systems that will help identify those key areas that affect the well-being of an employee. I think I would end here for now, based on the question that you posed.
Okay, thank you. Please clap hands for him. Right, we are seriously running out of time. The Honorable Minister and the PSA have other commitments. So we are going to open the floor for questions. My clock says I have 8 minutes remaining, but I've been told that it's a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one question from online, the guys who are joining online. And Lando, can you please read us a question from what's coming up from the guys who are online?
Oh, okay. This is from Beniso. How are these wellness programs going to be enforced in the private sector, especially in the construction and mining sector?
Who is it directed for, did they say?
No, they did not.
Okay. Say it again, please, so we can hear it again.
How are these wellness programs going to be enforced in the private sector, especially in the construction and mining sectors?
I think I'll push this towards Mr. Mbuso. No, Mr. The Commissioner. Pazi. Okay, Pazi. Let's hear the answer.
Thank you, Miles. I think we had already mentioned that government will ensure that we develop sector-specific guidelines that will ensure that we are able to implement this policy in our different settings.
Okay, thank you. I'll take another question from the audience, please. Yes, ma'am. Mlando, please rush with the mic.
Good morning, Honorable Minister, and good morning to everyone. I am Stuki Mota, a labor law practitioner, chairperson of the Portfolio Committee for Labor and Social Security in the House of Senate. Thank you, moderator, for giving me this opportunity so that I can also say something. Thank you very much to the panelists for the insight, and thank you very much to ILO for the support, and thank you very much to the stakeholders that made this possible. And congratulations to the Kingdom of Eswatini for being the first country to have a national wellness policy. And also congratulations to the Ministry of Labor for driving this.
Right, I think we cannot take any more questions because my time is gone. But I do want us to make a declaration, so I'll ask everyone to stand up for 1 minute, please. Right, so let's all stand up. Today we unite to launch a new era of workplace wellness. We commit to creating environments that protect, support, and promote the health and well-being of every employee. We pledge to champion physical, mental, emotional, and social wellness as essential foundations for success. We will lead with compassion, act with integrity, and build cultures of care, respect, and balance. We recognize that wellness is a shared responsibility, and today we each take that responsibility to heart. Let's all repeat, all of you repeat after me. We are committed. We are empowered. We are the change for our people, for our workplaces, for our nation. And while we are still standing, please clap hands for my panelists. Thank you very much. I will ask the commissioner to come forward.
Honorable Minister, distinguished participants. Honorable Minister, it is my fault, Mhlonishwa. I should have warned you about the program that we are about to jump into when the good doctor came up front. Myself, I was warned, PS, that we might find ourselves moving all over the room. Actually, we are safe. We didn't do some aerobics because I was expecting that we were going to get there as well. Thank you very much, good doctor. Please clap hands for him again. Thank you. Thank you. Maybe briefly about Dr. Miles, because I'm sure most of us are meeting him for the first time. Just 1 second. Dr. Miles is a passionate health and wellness professional, and he's a founder of Miles Jacob Wellness, a company that specializes in promoting healthier, more balanced lifestyles for individuals and organizations. Dr. Miles' company is over a decade now, and Miles is dedicated to creating innovative wellness programs that empower people to lead healthier, happier, and more productive lives. Clap hands for him again. Thank you. Thank you very much, Honourable Minister. I'm sure, Dr. Miles, from now, Honourable Minister, we will start receiving, this is the time of the year when most organizations, most companies are starting their negotiations, their annual negotiations. I've seen in the room trade unionists, the likes of Mr. Mkonza over there. So now I'm sure, Mr. Mkonza, when you present your demands, they start this process by presenting demands. Maybe that language should change. President, I don't know how it came about, but when the trade unionists, they start the negotiations, Minister, they present demands to the employers, and then that marks the start of the negotiation cycle. So I'm sure now in the demands, there will be one demand that speaks to wellness, as a mindset change going forward, Mr. Mkonza, indeed. Because the whole decent work agenda is not about money, it's even about the wellness of our people. So I'm sure with this one, we're going to receive new demands going forward. Thank you very much. I think at this stage, Honourable Minister, we are to receive some words of solidarity. I will request that the officials who are going to come up front to give us some words of solidarity, keep them short. Just endorse to say, from the workers' perspective, we are happy with this policy. From the employer's perspective, we also endorse this policy. And then I will also invite a representative from the Ministry of Health to also render their words of solidarity from a health perspective, to say to what extent is it of enhancement towards what the Ministry of Health is doing, this particular policy. And then finally, I will invite my brother, Mapele from the ILO, to also share a few perspectives from the ILO's perspective. He has been part of the panel, but he has got some brief remarks, Honourable Minister, that he will make, and then thereafter I will invite the peers to come and officially welcome the Minister to launch the policy. Please, may I invite you to come in that order. I will start with the workers. If you can come, all of you be here, because we have got some seats here, so that when the next one is done with their words of solidarity, the other one takes over, and then in that order. So I will start with the workers. The workers are going to be represented by the Trade Union Congress of Swaziland, the TUCOSWA, in their words of solidarity, and then to be followed by the employers, who are going to be represented by Business Eswatini. I'm sure the CEO is going to do that on us. And then I will also invite then the rep from the Ministry of Health. I haven't been told who his or her name is, but please come up front, my brother or my sister. And then lastly, it would be my very own brother, Mr. Mabele from the ILO, in that order, colleagues. President, over to you at this stage. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Chair, of course, I must extend my salute to the Honourable Minister. I must also as well extend my salute to the senators present here, the Portfolio Committee, the Principal Secretary for the Minister of Labour, the Under-Secretaries for Ministries who are here, Directors who are here, the Chief Executive Officers for the various companies and organizations who are here, distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I would want to greet you all. And of course, if we were doing it in our culture as workers, I would have said, I want to take this opportunity, Chair, to welcome and, of course, align ourselves as the trade union movement to this launch of a very important document, a very important policy to us as workers in the space of work. Workplace wellness and health policy is a health promotion effort, of course, supported by the employer. And therefore, we are very glad to partner with our employers And indeed, we are very biased today towards our employers, because we want to plead with them that we indeed need to partner in driving this aspect of the workplace policy. Because we believe indeed that this document is going to provide guidance in us establishing and maintaining wellness programs in our spaces. It will guide how we build systems, how we build resilience amongst our workspaces and amongst our workers against disease. We must understand and appreciate that in our space of work, it's not only workers who live there. We live there with our children, we live there with our mothers, we live there with our fathers. And it's a very big community that then resides within the space of work. And therefore, it's very important for us to build systems and programs that will ensure that those peoples are healthy. If we make our population healthy, our population is going to live longer. If we promote wellness, we are going to be fighting cancers, we are going to be fighting diabetes, we are going to be fighting TB. We are going to be fighting all these emergencies that are coming up. And we've got that responsibility as workers and employers to ensure that our community and our country is healthy and safe. The benefits of this is that we're going to reduce health risks, we're going to reduce absenteeism at work, we are going to reduce diseases and stressors. We are going to increase productivity, and we're going to drive our economy and create more jobs. We, as a country, were stressed in the manner in which we see our children sitting at home with their degrees and diplomas, and there's no work. So we've got to partner with our employers to create jobs. And we want to engage with our employers to have a job summit so that we see how we can create jobs as a country. And that is very important for us as workers. When we make our workforce healthier, indeed, even our community is going to be extended too. Because it's not that it will only be focused around the workplace. But as I've said, this is going to extend even to the community, because the worker is in the workplace and tomorrow is in the community. And the presentations that were here have indeed alluded to that. That if we focus to workers, we are actually healing the community out there. So that is very important, ladies and gentlemen, if we drive this agenda that we are into today. Let me therefore, Chair, conclude by saying we as the Federation, we will put more effort to ensure that in this partnership, we build capacity amongst our workers. We will ensure that we engage with employers on different sectors to see how we build strategies, how we build programs that will ensure that indeed we, all of us, benefit. And Mr. Miles have said, you know, disease has no age, disease has no boundaries. Even our employers, even when they are our bosses,
they are also not immune to these conditions. So they must also take part and be part of these programs that will establish. So thank you very much. Indeed, Chair, we want to welcome this policy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Acting Minister of Labor and Social Security. All protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen, for the sake of time, I only got 10 minutes, and I intend to use all of that. I am, for the first time, scripted. I have to stick to the script, in large part because of the sheer gravity of this event. So I carry the collective sentiments of employers in the private sector out there. So it's very, very important that we get heard properly. They barred me. I used to speak like my colleague here, just off the cuff, and I love that. But my principals then discovered that I have a habit of veering off script a little bit too much, maybe, and sometimes causing discomfort and probably embarrassment to my employers as well. So every time I go out now I'm scripted, and there is always somebody with me in the room who provides adult supervision. Their job is just to observe and report. Did the CEO stick to the script? Didn't the CEO say something which he wasn't supposed to say again and again and again? So I appreciate that. At that age that I do need the sort of adult supervision, as it were. But having said that, let me just say it is both a privilege and a profound honor for me to deliver remarks on behalf of Business Eswatini and indeed the larger private sector of this Kingdom of Eswatini, this historic occasion, the launch of the National Wellness Policy for the Kingdom of Eswatini. Today's gathering is more than ceremonial, as I'm sure you will agree. It is an affirmation of our collective resolve to place well-being at the center of sustainable development and indeed social justice, both of which are foundational aspirations of our national and regional policy frameworks. The presence of all three social partners, together with the Honorable Minister and indeed Parliament, underscores the depth of commitment to ensuring that wellness becomes an integrated and institutionalized part of our labor and public service systems. The theme for this year's launch, Tech Meets Humanity, the balance for workforce well-being, is timely and indeed thought-provoking. It challenges us to reimagine the future of work, where digital advancement must be harmonized with the essential elements of human dignity, mental resilience, social connection, and indeed purpose. Globally, leading enterprises are already showing us what is possible with technology and how to leverage it to enhance human well-being. As an example, and I'll give you just maybe 3 of them, a General Electric AI-powered sensors and digital twins now monitor industrial machinery in real time to detect signs of fatigue or wear, preventing accidents through predictive maintenance. In the oil and gas sector, for instance, companies like BP and Shell are using wearable devices to track fatigue, posture, and exposure to dangerous gases, allowing for immediate intervention before harm occurs. Amazon, which all of you are most familiar with, is using computer vision to ensure that all workers comply with PPE requirements in real time, reducing accidents caused by non-compliance. Walmart, and some of you shop there, has embraced virtual reality to provide safety training for emergency situations, giving workers hands-on practice in a safe and controlled environment. And at Siemens, algorithms analyze data on worker behavior and past incidents to assess risks and recommend preventative safety interventions. Construction firms, and we have some firms here represented from constructions, are deploying drones and smart intelligence to detect risky behavior, like entering restricted zones or helping to prevent injuries or even worse. And closer to home, some global firms have begun using AI to track signs of burnout by analyzing work habits and communication, allowing for early HR interventions to preserve mental well-being. These are not distant theoretical examples. They are real-world innovations with measurable impacts. As private sector leaders in Eswatini, we must not only embrace such tools, but adapt them to our context, if only to ensure that our places are safer, healthier, and more responsive to the needs of our people. At Business Eswatini, we're also trying to practice what we preach, although I must admit it's not always easy. As part of our commitment to wellness, we have been encouraged to attend regular sessions at Eswatini Business Health, represented by CEO here. These sessions are enlightening, but sometimes a little bit too enlightening to be comfortable. Go figure. You go in for what you think is a routine check, only to find yourself being confronted with the brutal honesty of your weight, your body fat percentage, or lifestyle habits. I remember one colleague who, after a surprise weigh-in, quietly abandoned their lunch for the day and spent the whole afternoon sipping water with the air of someone reflecting deeply on life's choices. These are small but powerful moments that remind us that wellness is a journey and that sometimes the first step is a little uncomfortable. And just to share one of my own, that was last year. I've just gone through the second one this year with the CEO and their team. And last year when it was a lady, this time it was a man, and taking my signs, vital signs, and then she quietly says, I'm overweight. By the way, I was 2 kg lighter than I am now. That was last year. She said I'm overweight. Very nicely and gently, she carried on, taking the temperature. She says, but I can help you. If you can just wake up in the morning and start running. I know it's hard, but after a while, you get used to it. Now, I didn't want to tell her that for the past 10 years, I wake up at 4 actually and run without fail. And I'm saying for the past 10 years, 5 days a week, I wake up at 4 and I run, I do body exercise. And I was saying, what does she want me to do? More than I'm already doing. The problem is there is something, this is body mass, they call it BMI, body mass index. And it's supposed to be between 18.5 to 25, right? From 25 to 30, we are considered overweight. Okay, mine is standing around 29. And then she says, but, okay, from 30 upwards, you are borderline obese. So she also used the word that, by the way, 29, you are borderline obese. That's not really a nice word to. Anyway, that's my story. That's what caused the mental health problem that I have now. In all seriousness, though, we truly value the work of organizations like EBH and the role they play in supporting the private sector to institutionalize wellness in a practical and impactful way. Business Eswatini fully supports the strategic direction of the National Wellness Policy. It resonates deeply with our values and aligns with the ILO standards, notably the ILO Convention number 161 on occupational health, etc. These instruments call upon member states and social partners to proactively protect and promote the physical and mental health of workers as a precondition for productivity and decent work. We wish to affirm our commitment to the implementation and rollout of the National Wellness Policy across the private sector. This includes the strengthening of internal wellness structures, capacity building, wellness assessments, and integrating wellness into business planning, human resources strategies, and corporate culture. We will continue to partner with the government and workers' organizations to promote awareness, shared good practice, and mobilize resources where possible. Let me close by reiterating that the success of this policy lies not in the elegance on paper, but in the actions we all take, employers, workers, and government, and indeed civil society, to give it life. Together, we can build a nation where wellness is not episodic or reactive, but institutional, preventative, and transformative. With those few words, ladies and gentlemen, God bless. Thank you so much.
So, Honorable Minister, my apologies. I will stand on all the protocols that have been set earlier. Thank you, Program Director, Commissioner. I am now representing the ILO Director, Mr. Alexio Musindo, who is the Director of ILO for the country office of Eswatini, Botswana, Lesotho, and South Africa. It is a great honor to be here today as we launch the National Workplace Wellness Policy, a very significant milestone for Eswatini. This launch coincides with the World Day for Safety and Health at Work, a day which is dedicated to promoting safe and healthy working environments globally. This year's theme, I open quotes, revolutionizing health and safety, the role of artificial intelligence and digitalization at work, I close quote. It is particularly relevant as we navigate the evolving landscape of occupational safety and health. The ILO is proud to support Eswatini in this endeavor. The National Workplace Wellness Policy is a true testament to the government's commitment in enhancing the well-being of its workforce, addressing critical issues such as ensuring that persons with disabilities are included, youth unemployment, and high data costs. Let me quickly reflect now on the global theme for World Day for Safety, which highlights the transformative impact of artificial intelligence and digitalization on workplace safety and health. The ILO's recent report, which was released last week on Friday, I hope many of you have read the report. It underscores the immense potential of these technologies to improve worker health and well-being. AI and digitalization offer powerful tools to enhance occupational safety and health. Automation and smart monitoring systems can reduce hazardous exposures. They can prevent injuries, and they can improve overall working conditions. For instance, AI-powered systems can enhance safety and health monitoring. They can streamline tasks. They also can optimize operations, even in traditionally low-tech sectors. However, these achievements also bring new risks that require proactive and adaptive policy responses. So the national policy aligns with the global trends by integrating modern technologies to promote a healthier and safer work environment. This policy seems to provide framework for employers to implement wellness programs that address both physical and mental health, ensuring that workers are supported holistically. In Eswatini, we do have realities and challenges that affect youth. But we are comforted to see that the national policy on wellness will include targeted initiatives to support those workers who may have communicable diseases, workers with disabilities, providing education, treatment, and support services. Additionally, the policy will focus on skills development and employability of young people. As I conclude, and as we launch the policy, let us remember that the well-being of our workforce is paramount. By embracing the opportunities presented by artificial intelligence and digitalization, whilst addressing the associated risks, we can create a safer, healthier, and more productive work environment for all. The ILO remains committed to support Eswatini in this journey. Together, we can build a future where every worker returns home safely at the end of the day, and where workplaces and workplace wellness is not just a policy, but a culture embedded in every organization. I thank you.
Program Director, the Honorable Minister for Public Service, members of Parliament present here, PS is for the Minister of Labour and Social Security, and acting PS for the Minister of Public Service, senior officials from the public and private sector, workers' councils and representatives, media houses present here. Ladies and gentlemen, Sanbonani, good morning. On behalf of the Minister of Health, it is a great pleasure and honor for me to be one of the speakers in this special day to commemorate the World Health and Safety Day and the launching of the National Workplace Wellness Policy. The Minister of Health is one of the major key stakeholders for health and safety at work, and it is by default that we are included in today's program. I do not know whether it is by coincidence for the Minister of Health to be represented by me, someone who works closely with the Occupational Safety and Health Department in the Ministry of Labour and Social Security. I'm from the Environmental Health Department in the Ministry of Health, which is responsible for the protection of health by minimizing risk and eliminating dangers in the natural and built environment. Workplaces fall under the built environment, therefore means that we are directly involved in OSH issues. OSH is part of our training background, and it is part of our duties as environmental health officers. It is good to be part of launching the National Workplace Wellness Policy, which we fully supported as a ministry at all its developmental stages, from conception, inception, development, up to the stage of launching. The Minister of Health will use this policy document to ensure the welfare of our workers. We have a wellness program in the ministry, which its mandate is to improve the physical and mental well-being of workers as well as enhancing productivity. This policy document has come at an opportune time when we are in the process of strengthening the wellness program. This policy document will form part of the useful tools for the wellness program and the ministry. Furthermore, Honorable Minister, as we are also commemorating the World Safety and Health Day, it is worth mentioning that health and safety is not just about accidents such as cranes falling on people or machine operators losing limbs, etc. It's also about the working conditions of people. For example, the working hours and the level of lighting, ventilation, sanitary provisions, and noise. This working environment can have a huge bearing on your health. It is important to understand this because as the legislation pertaining to safety and health evolved, so did its emphasis. It moved from one of the working conditions to one of safety and is now focusing on occupational health issues such as diseases, asthma, dermatitis, noise, MSD disorders, vibration. This is where and how we come in as a health sector. There is no way to divorce the Ministry of Health from issues of occupational safety and health. We are key stakeholders by default in all issues of occupational safety and health. The public health legislation in their nature covers 2 parts of the 3 parts of any occupational safety and health law. The 3 parts I'm talking about here are safety of workers, the health of workers, and the welfare of workers. The public health law we have covers the health and welfare of workers. Under health, we look at noise, vibration, MSDs, asthma, dermatitis, etc. Whereas under welfare, we look at a general condition of workplaces in terms of ventilation, temperature, sanitation, cleanliness, etc. Then machine guarding, slips, trips, falls from height, excavation, etc. fall under the safety part of the legislation. Honorable Minister, if I'm not mistaken, this is the 4th time in succession we advocate for your ministry to delegate some of the duties as outlined in the Occupational Safety and Health Act to the Ministry of Health and municipalities. Such an arrangement can improve collaboration and we hope it will work well for our country in improving and ensuring the safety of workplaces. To counteract the shortage of OSH inspectors, the Ministry of Labor and Social Security should elevate the Occupational Safety and Health Department to a directorate or National Coordination Agency for Occupational Safety and Health issues in Eswatini. The ministry should also categorize all factories according to their level of risk, then delegate duties of inspections for the low and medium risk factories to the Ministry of Health and municipalities. The Ministry of Labor should focus on the high-risk factories requiring stringent safety measures. I do not want to repeat the same words we have been saying for the past 4 years during this event. We want to reassure you that as a Minister of Health, there is no way through delegation that you can steal or take away the duties or responsibilities of your ministry. Occupational health and safety duties are secured and were placed under the Ministry of Labor and Social Security. We do understand the operations of international organizations such that the international law the international law organization ILO communicates or deals with the ministry responsible for labor in any given country. There is no way that you can lose such a responsibility to the Ministry of Health if you can delegate the safety part of the OSHI Act. I want to believe that we have long passed the stage of unnecessary competition and rivalry in these two ministries and departments. Honorable Minister, in conclusion, the Ministry of Health is happy with the development of the National Workplace Wellness Policy, and we appreciate its development, which will go a long way to improve public health by reducing work-related ill health and enhancing productivity in workplaces or health facilities. The Minister of Health support and endorse the National Workplace Wellness Policy. Thank you, and I wish you all the best in the year 2025 and beyond.
They deserve bells again, colleagues. Very cultured gentlemen, Oral Minister. They couldn't leave the podium up until the program director excuses them after making their remarks. Give them bells again. You can be excused now. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The Minister of Health, Oral Minister, was represented by Babe Funwago Lameni. I didn't introduce him because I wasn't sure who is going to speak on behalf of that ministry. Thank you very much. We are now at a stage where the stage is set for the last item in our program. And before, as we prepare the stage, Mr. Njanjale, please pick this flag and bring it here. At this stage, the remainder of the logistics, Honourable Minister Pierce, will then be done after the Honourable Minister has delivered the keynote address to mark the official launch of the policy. But after the Minister has finished delivering his statement, keynote address, I will then be inviting to the podium the high table, including the ILO, CEOs who are in the room, PSCs, to join the Honourable Minister for a photo shoot. That will be after the Honourable Minister has unveiled the Eswatini workplace policy. And the rest of us will not be, we are going E. We are going technological. In the programs that we're having on our tables, we are able to scan and download the policy and into our gadgets, colleagues. So you can have a look into the program. And I have oh yes, there it is here. There is this, they call it, what is it called? The QR code. And then we're able to scan the policy from there and download it. We have a few copies that will be used by the Honourable Minister after officially unveiling the policy to us. But we can be downloading it into our gadgets, colleagues. I think at this stage, PS, the honor is yours, Babe, to come and officially welcome the Honourable Minister to the podium. Please encourage the PS as he comes to the stage. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Program Director. Wonderful work you've done today. And I believe we are still within our time. Kwami bandla lengosuku melenyalo is to invite the Honorable Minister, Honorable Mabulala Maseko, to approach the podium. And as he's doing so, Honorable Minister.
Program Director, the Honorable Chair of the Portfolio Committee, Senator Keynote from Senate, Umlangeni, who is representing the Minister of Health, Babem Tutuzi Matsebula. Principal secretaries present here today, International Labour Organization Health and Wellness Specialist, Mr. Simpiwe Mabele Umkwenya. Wellness expert, Mr. Jacob Miles, who is full of energy. Chief Executive Officers present, representatives of the employers and workers' federations, panelists, members of the Tripartite Advisory Technical Committee on Occupational Safety and Health, distinguished government officials, ladies and gentlemen, ngiyanivusela maswati lamahle. It is with profound honor and humility that I stand before you today as we gather to celebrate two significant milestones, being the launch of the National Workplace Wellness Policy and the commemoration of the World Day for Safety and Health at Work. This dual occasion is not only a moment of reflection, but a collective affirmation of our national commitment to fostering dignified, safe, and thriving workplaces across Eswatini. Today, we unveil not just a policy, but a vision. A call to action to place the wellness of our workforce at the very core of national development. The National Workplace Wellness Policy is the result of extensive dialogue and collaboration among the wide array of stakeholders, and it represents our united aspiration for a healthier, more productive, and resilient workforce. In an era where non-communicable diseases and mental health challenges are on the rise, workplace wellness has rightly emerged as a strategic imperative. Distinguished guests, a safe and healthy working environment is not a privilege, but it is a fundamental human right. This right demands a proactive safety and health culture in which it is deeply respected, and where government, employers, and workers engage as equal partners in creating workplaces that are secure and empowering. Through a well-defined system of rights, responsibilities, and preventative measures, we aim at to institutionalize this culture across all sectors. Workplace wellness must not be recognized as a cornerstone of occupational safety and health. While traditional frameworks have focused largely on physical risk mitigation, modern wellness programs now address the full spectrum of human experience, from mental well-being and emotional resilience to chronic disease prevention and work-life balance. The approach not only alleviates pressure on public health systems, but also enhances economic productivity by cultivating a workforce that is robust and future-ready. This is alignment with Sustainable Development Goals, particularly goal number 3 on good health and well-being, and goal number 8 on decent work and economic growth. The development of this policy would not have been possible without the unwavering of our tripartite plus partners. I wish to extend heartfelt appreciation to the task team and the tripartite advisory technical committee for occupational safety and health, who led this process with diligence, and the stewardship of the health and wellness specialists. Special recognition also goes to our valued social partners, the private sector, the World Health Organization, government ministries, and civil society. Your collective commitment has brought this vision to life. Please clap hands. As we commemorate this year's World Day for Safety and Health at Work under the theme, I quote, "Tech meets humanity, the new balance for workplace well-being," unquote. We reflect on how emerging technologies are reshaping the world of work. Artificial intelligence, automation, and digital tools are redefining how, when, and where we work. Innovations such as artificial intelligence-powered predictive analysis, wearable health monitors, and immersive virtual reality safety training are revolutionizing workplace safety and efficiency. However, as we embrace these technological advancements, we must also be vigilant. The overuse of digital tools can pose new risks, from mental fatigue and isolation to concerns around privacy and resilience. The future of work must be human-centered. We must harness technology ethically, ensuring it complements rather than compromises human dignity, trust, and well-being, Mr. Mamba. We commend international organizations for their ongoing advocacy in this domain. The International Organization of Employers continues to promote digital skills development, while the International Trade Unions Confederation calls for stronger safeguards to protect workers in digital age. These efforts are instrumental in shaping a future of work that is both innovative and inclusive. In conclusion, I wish to express my sincere gratitude to the International Labour Organization, Pretoria office, with special thanks to Umkhwenyana, Mr. Simpiwe Mabele, for the continued support and partnership in guiding Eswatini towards safer, healthier workplaces. I extend our appreciation to Dr. Jacob Miles. I thought Dr. Miles is a white guy. No. Our panelists, our social partners, particularly Business Eswatini, Mlangen, and the International Center for Sustainability and Excellence, and the Ministries of Health and Public Service. Your contributions have been invaluable. As we move forward, let us do so united in purpose and unwavering in our commitment to worker health and dignity. Together, we can and must create workplaces that uplift, protect, and inspire. Siyabonga Maswati Lamahle. May God bless us. I now have the honor of inviting the Minister of Health to the podium. I presume it is Mr. Umlangen. Yes, in the absence of the Minister. As we officially launch the National Workplace Wellness Policy. Please, Lamin, join me, please. I'm running short of time. Yes. Kungaba kufishane nje kubonga lo msebenzi walamhla lomkhulu kangaka lapho khona sibeka embili di-73 simaswati lapho khona silonja ipolicy lekhulumisa ikakhulu le wellness inhlala kahle ye di-73 emi-17 Silivela seswatini sithi nathi asibe mtsibi munye na onke emave labeka inhlala kahle yeti-70 embili. Sishaye imithetho lefanele letawupromota inhlala kahle yeti-70. Sishaye imithetho letawenda ukuthi i-environment lapho ti-73 tisebentela khona i-environment lenhle le-safe le promoter spirit sokusebenta nekukhicita kangcono because ti-73 tabe tinakelekile. Sithi ke silitiko lakalebha siyawubonga lo msebenzi longaka sibonga wonke nje lokhona la siyathi ukhona business eSwatini likhona litiko laka health bakhona bo CEO bakhona bo PS labakhona tikhona tinyonyana likhona ke nelitiko velele limcuka lelihamba embili lo msebenzi libambisene naye labor nangu acting PS babephungayo ukhona and myself sibonge nje wonke umuntu lokhona lapha ukuthi sibambisa lo msebenzi bakhona baka ILO ukhona Mabele ukhona Miles laba sibambise kulo msebenzi sithi ke siyabonga kakhulu ekutheni silitiko nathi besingethula le policy lokho kukhombisa ukuthi ezilitiko as a country siyatimbandzakanya nenhlala kahle yeti-70 em-17 sithi ti-73 akube ngileti healthy akube ngileti productive nekokuthi siyaconza kokuthi kusasetshenzwa nje seyikhona i-artificial intelligence sithi silitiko ayithi nje ikhona ibe ito complementa ti-70 letiphila ko letiphefumulako ayiko ukuthi umsebenzi wonke ugcine sewuthethwe i-technology Siyayathi frustration lengaba khona, stress lesingaba khona emakhaya nakuhulumende jikelele. Because lokho kungenyusa i-rate of unemployment ibe setulu kakhulu even. Bese sekuba ne-frustration esiven sonke, so khanza sithi into atsahambi kahle. So asithi ke siyisebenzisa i-technology. Siyisebenzise sibe sathi kokuthi bakhona nebantu kufuna bachubeke basebente kuze litophila live. Nekokuthi ke emisebentini ema employers njengoba akhona la phela akube nalama programs la khona akube nesikhathi lesitaba khona lapho khona kutawukhulunyiswa tindzaba tenhlala kahle yetisebenzi ekutheni tisebenze ku environment lekahle baphilile banemandla. Siyakholelwa ke ukuthi batasibambisa baqashi sibe khona leso sikhathi sokuthi nje asebashukume leso sikhathi sekuthi bafundziswe ngetifo letikhona kube naleso sikhathi ukuthi bakhuthazwe ukuthi baphathe kahle kuze batohlala baphilile. Siyaqonda ke ukuthi nawu ne workforce lengakajabuli lengakaphili i-production itaba low. Futhi siyaqonda ukuthi nakutaba kune workforce lengakajabuli lengakaphili tibhedlela tawuthwala kamadima even because kutawugcwala abantu labagulako and i-rate yokushonelwa abantu itaba setulu. So asikufuni lokho, hence we have nayi i-policy lesinayo lamuhla ku correcta konke lokubekwenteka itolo kungahambi kahle salotinto tihamba kahle sibe netisebenzi tijabulile. Nokuthi baqashi dithandzeni tisebenzi 10 tisebenzi atibathandze baqashi bathu kuze sitosebenta kahle sibambisane lithuthuke lakithi. Ngalawo magama ngiyabonga kakhulu.
Members of the Technical Committee on Occupational Safety and Health, Niben Sonzela, quickly, J colleagues, rush up front. Members of TICOSH, please rush up front. Please, thank you. Please rush up front. Before the minister goes down, you should have taken a picture with him as well. TICOSH members, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Please do clap hands for the minister, for the launch. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. We are now at the end of our program, Honorable Minister, and which by closure, we will then request the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee for the Ministry of Labour and Social Security in the House of Senate, Magestu Kimosa, to give us some very short words of saying thank you to all of us for today's event and for participating in this event of the launch of the National Workplace Wellness Policy. And then thereafter, we'll give the mic to the peers to do the honors in closure of the meeting. Thank you very much. Thank you. Over to you, Honorable Senator. Please clap hands for her as well. Thank you.
Sanibonani. Sanibonani. Asikho emlinzelweni la. Sanibonani. Cela sukumene. Phela stojabula la sketi funeralini oh yabona. Ngicela nje in one minute sihlabele na ingoma na ilethi halala. Sithi how halala sithi halala sithi how halala sithi halala sithi how halala sithi we halala. Song sitile Honorable Minister wakhuluma ngeSiswati. Ngiyacela nami ukuthi ngikhulume ngeSiswati ngivusele bonke labakhona. Namuhla kimi lilanga lelikhulu lenjabulo ukuthi finally in my lifetime ngibone le policy le ngisaphila njengoba ngiyadi umlando wayo ukuthi isuka kuphi. Futhi siyajabula lokho ukuthi le policy lena sekutawuphela ukuthi baqashi bacabanga ukuthi umuntu makagula uyadendisa ngoba bekuba ngileyo ndzaba leyo umuntu makabika ukuthi akakaphatheki kahle uyagula uthiwe uyadendisa. Sibonga kakhulu ukuthi indzaba taka wellness taqala ukukhulunywa nga-2011. Namuhla 14 years later siyabonga ukuthi nayi le national policy seyikhona. Ikakhulu uhulumende njengoba besekushildiwe bekaselele emuva kakhulu. Sibonge baqashi netisebenzi ngokuthi timsekele ekuthenini le policy lena ibe yimpumelelo. Siyabonga kakhulu ngokuthi uhulumende watenda taba ukuthi kube na phishak kodwa phishak bekangasetshenziswa kahle bekacinzetelekile ngoba hulumende bekanga understand kahle lokho ukuthi leli office leli lendane bekungazuthi litowenda kokuthi tisebenzi titeteme. Siyathemba kenyalo lokuthi lokusekunale policy le setawukhona kokuthi le office la kaPhishak lisebende kahle. Nana ukuthi ke sitamcela hulumende ukuthi ngaphandle kokulisekela leli office aphinze angete staff ngoba ngekukhumbula kwami bane kuphela labasebenta lapha kaPhishak. Siphinze sicele ukuthi a decentralize tindzaba taka wellness tingahlali embabane kuphela ngoba hulumende ubandi. Sicele nana ukuthi le wellness policy uma njengoba sesike sahamba sabona kulamanye emave ihleli lapha ehhovisi lelikhulu la hulumende bese ngacela kokuthi nayo le uPhishak abe khona ngihamba emagameni asibusiso sibanze lowake waba consultant abuka tindzaba taka Phishak naye wakusho lokho ukuthi kungaba kuhle ukuthi le office leli libe khona ehhovisini la maybe ka sector cap. Lokunye lengingakusho ukuthi kucela ukuthi lana kuma ministries kanye nasemisebentini le khona kube khona a dedicated officer or officers that will deal specifically with wellness issues. Bacashwe nje ukuthi umsebenzi wabo kutabanga usebenta loyo msebenzi loyo so that kungatowendeka ukuthi mase sisebenzi sidzinga kanye naye umcashi uyadzinga ukuthi awellnesseki akusini mfethu isebenzi kuphela lena akhona ukutfola ukuthi ukhona umuntu ehhovisi nekusekela nje ukuthi ema social workers and psychologists aqashwe so that lo msebenzi utoba ngomsebenzi lo kube ngomsebenzi lo tawubonakala ukuthi wonke umuntu uyasitakala. Sengikushito logo sithandza kubo as chairperson of the portfolio committee yaka Ministry of Labour and Social Security siyabonga igameni lelitiko kini nonke lenifake isandla ekuthenini lo msebenzi ube imphumelelo ngetindlela tenu letehlukene siphinze sibonga ukuthi nitinikile isikhathi neta la you could have elected not to come but you decided ukuthi nite logo asikuthatheli phansi siyabonga kakhulu nihambe kahle nisaya emisebentini inkosi yemusa inigcine siyabonga.
Shayla Ntandla isenator isahlala phansi bakumeme. Thank you very much, very much. Let's carry the warmth of the room to our various workplaces. At this stage, I think we are now at the end of our program. Inkosi Phekile PS will do what is necessary. Thank you.
Inkosi Phekile maswati lamahle. Sikhuze libayethu. Unophakathi.